The following program is a collection of top guys and girls talking about the happenings in the SRG universe. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, the Big Picture Trademark, or Twitch. There may be some cuss words and adult themes because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further. Cheers. Candy, shot, talk. Please don't sue or ban us. Market Marquettes. Don't adjust the stream. That's right. I told you it wasn't happening tonight, but yet here we are. I'm your host of Candy Shot Talk, Mr. CCC himself, Rambo Apocalypse. And, you know, when I am called upon and we need something done around here, we are going to make it done the right way. So I'm not going to make this about me any further. I'm going to turn this over to our guest tonight, Robert the Brain Dunn.
Rambo Apocalypse. Welcome. How's it going? You know, apparently I only show up on Candy Shop Talk when there's a major event in the discussion group.
Look,
is that how this works?
Hey, and look, all I know is all I've heard since this has been announced is they want the Brain after dark. And so here we are. The floor is yours. We are happy you're here. And please take all the time that you need.
Well, absolutely. I mean, I don't know if everybody saw the news today. I mean, Steve announced a fairly major thing earlier today. He posted kind of at random while he's in the middle of a convention that there's going to be another Kickstarter. And, you know, I had a pretty visceral reaction to that. You know, a couple of things happened after that really set me off. But, you know, my immediate reaction to that is, I feel like that's a lot to ask to have 3 open Kickstarters at once.
Sure.
You know, and Steve will say, well, you know, why shouldn't you? Why shouldn't you do that? And, you know, I probably will back it. But, you know, my feeling on Kickstarter is that, and Kickstarter will tell you this, right? When you back a project, one of the things it says very clearly is that you are not guaranteed to receive your rewards.
Mm-hmm.
The company may choose for whatever reason not to fulfill. And we're in unprecedented times, I'd say, right? I mean,
right.
The last update that we got on Super Lucha, which if I recall, they took our money for Super Lucha like 9 months ago at this point or so. And
right.
It's been about 5 months since the cards were all produced and sent off to print.
Correct.
And the last update on Kickstarter for Super Lucha says, you know, we're on schedule. We're expected to hit our date. And the date published was July. But we also know that on Talk of the Universe, for everybody who watches the product, watch the product TM.
Right.
For everybody who watches the product, we also know that it's been an extremely unusual time. And the last update on Talk of the Universe was that we didn't know when Super Lucha might be able to be imported. Now, if you're following world events like I do, you know that the whole China tariff thing is currently in a, we'll call it detente, right? It's been rolled back, but not rolled all the way back. And
correct.
We don't know whether it's like, can you get when I saw the rollback, I sent Steve a message that morning, which happened to be like Monday of this week or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, hope we get that Super Lucha order in like right away. And I get that he's busy at a convention this week, so there's been no update about Super Lucha this week, but an update about another Kickstarter.
Hmm.
And my whole feeling on Kickstarter, again, if you buy a product from a store, even if you pre-order from a store, you at least are backed by the rules of commerce. You are
Correct.
buying a thing at that store and they are promising to deliver that thing.
Correct.
And Kickstarter, as far as I can tell, again, the rewards that you receive for Kickstarter, because all you're doing is technically backing the project, not buying the thing. And so when I hear rewards and you're asking me to do 3 open rewards where none of them have been fulfilled yet, I think of a famous movie line by a character that I love greatly, right? Uh, Bring me the lamp and you shall receive your reward.
Excellent. Love the Aladdin reference. Probably not everybody got that, but we got it.
Who gets that one? But
Hey,
Rambo that one.
I'm with it, baby.
Rewards can be good or bad, and
Right.
sometimes they don't live up to what you expect, right?
Hmm.
So I, my feeling after today, what happened after I privately made the comment that I was a little surprised to see a third Kickstarter, is that somebody reported out of the group that I made the comment in, which was not public,
Hmm.
reported it to Steve. And that led to Steve's extremely passive aggressive post in the discussion group today, if you saw it, where he basically said, you know, must be July real fast. It's not July. We know it's not July. I
Right.
understand that they'll probably hit July with the Super Lucha Kickstarter, but again, not promise, not a guarantee. And so I may have passive aggressively swung my dick back and showed how much I've spent on Super Show in the last 5 years. 4 years.
And I mean, that's the thing is, I sat there and I saw as it was unfolding and I saw, support the product. And I'm like, well, of course we support the product. Like, we support the product through and through, whether it's comics that we're not going to read. Like, I'm still going to support it because I want the cards for it, and I'm sitting here, just watching the thing unfold. And for it to be said to you, the support the product, I'm like, wow, like this is something, isn't it? Like, that's not somebody I would think that you're going to, just say, well, you just need to support what's going on here. Like, everybody knows that you did that.
Yeah. And Steve says it wasn't targeted at anyone, and that's fine. And it was probably too snap of a judgment to make while he's busy at a convention.
Sure.
But the snap back was pretty passive aggressive, so I don't feel bad about what I said or what I posted. I guess in the end, look, I'll be happy to support this. If it gets 10 new players, we need those 10 new players
Correct.
in the community, right? We need the new players. And I mean, you saw I just posted I created a bunch of new player packs to give away this summer, right? Like, that should be all of our main goal, to bring more players into the community. I'm just I guess my thinking is, if this was going to be the focus, maybe this should have been the Kickstarter instead of the comic, and for the second one.
Absolutely.
And if you're asking me for a third, I think I'll probably just wait and see when, I imagine we'll hear more official news on the Super Lucha fulfillment when Steve's back in the office. I imagine so. And I would like to see that around or before that he asks for money on a third Kickstarter.
Sure.
So that's kind of where we ended up today.
And my thing is that if you ask me which one do I think you're going to get a little, and I mean, don't get it twisted at all. The Kickstarter was obviously successful with the comic as well, and I love this. Like, we do this because we love the game, right? There's no other reason that we're saying the things we do. But if you told me, and I know there's some people out there that are like, oh my God, another Cardona character. But to me, I love Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona is one of my favorite people that I've met that's a professional wrestler. He's one of the people that I enjoy seeing be in this game because, he is one that makes things viral with wrestling. And if he really got behind it and promoted it even more, I think we could get even more people. And with it being paired up with the major podcast, I think this is going to be a great thing. And I understand why some people are like, damn, it's a third Cardona. But if we could have anybody in the game this is who we want is more of Cardona, and Brian Myers is fantastic as well. So,
Yeah,
and I think that should have been the one. Like, and I agree with you that maybe that should have been the one before, because I was stoked when I saw it. But I understand this point of view as well.
yeah. I mean, it's clear that the cards for this set are made because Steve has them laid out.
Right.
Right. So this is not like Super Lucha where there's going to be a bunch of created content added into the set. It seems to me the set is produced.
Mhm.
If there was a business reason to have a Kickstarter because they're cross promoting, I'll understand that, I suppose, when we hear it. It's just an odd thing, right?
Sure.
And if this is just going to be, pledge $25 to get a 2-player box set, okay, that's fine. I just think it's an unusual thing to have so many open commitments when we're in this time of uncertainty, right? Like, we don't know. We'll probably know when the official Kickstarter page comes out, but we don't know what the plan is for printing this. It's going to be done in the US, or are we going to have to play, tariff chicken again?
Correct.
Yeah, so we'll see. I try to put myself in the shoes of the player who isn't in the discussion group, doesn't watch Talk of the Universe, and only interacts with the company through Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
And I would think if that were me, I would be confused. I just saw one, and then another one, and then another one, and they're all unfulfilled. Because again, your art for your Super Lucha was, 7-8 months ago for the most part. All that art was done. 5 months ago, all the cards and text were done pretty much. So I'm just waiting to see how the rest of this is going to go.
Correct. Absolutely. And, once again, we're here we want the success of this game. We want it to be even better. It's not just, coming on and saying, oh, well, this should. No, it's literally, we love the game. We want to see it succeed. And if, like you said, somebody just jumps through and sees Kickstarter and it's 3 open Kickstarters, it's like, wait, what's going on here? Like, why hasn't any of them been fulfilled yet? And we know good and well. We know Steve Rest personally. We know
Yeah.
he's going to come through, and we know he's going to do what he says. But so some people that don't know Steve, because once upon a time, there was a time we didn't know who Steve Rest was. We had no clue.
And the people you're going to bring in, or the people you're trying to bring in with the Kickstarter on the Cardona thing, are the people who don't know Steve.
Correct.
Right? Like, you want Cardona to advertise your Major Wrestling Figure podcast, and you want the message there to be positive, right? So, I just think the passive aggressive bit was a little much, and I think it wasn't an attack. It just wasn't an attack. So, I hope that we'll get past it, and I look forward to whatever busted effect the complete Matt Cardona has on him that will make him a third Worlds Matt Cardona.
I was about to say, we're going to have to expand Worlds at this point if we keep going with all these Cardona characters. But that's a completely different discussion for another time. We could just bring on the TVA commissioner right now, and that would be a whole different show that we could do about it.
3 Cardonas, 2 amazing reds, and a partridge in a pear tree. That's how we make up Worlds now.
That's it. Absolutely. And so we've got a couple of things that you may know, you may not know. I'm not sure. Did Steve mention a timeline for the new Kickstarter? So I don't know if there was a time mentioned, because I just saw briefly, that it was there. I followed it, and that was it for today while I was at work.
Yeah, the preview page is up. So again, this might be the cards are ready. We're just going to send this thing to print, and we're only doing Kickstarter because it's easier to promote than our website. The downside to that is that means you're going to get Cardona fans, and they might never come and know anything else about the Super Show world. And that's unfortunate, because we'd like to expand the play base.
Correct.
Right. So I don't know. There's always, as we were reminded, there's always the level of people who play and don't ever interact with the discussion group and don't want anything to do with it. And that's fine.
Yeah.
But it would be nice to, bring that total level of player engagement, get some more locals groups formed. And, I'm a believer that 3 pillars going forward should be regular old school releases, real wrestlers, and animated side projects like Super Lucha.
Sure.
I think that people are much more interested in picking up those characters when they walk into a convention than unfortunately, than things that we make. Things that we make end up in mystery boxes, and that's cool. But I think that, if the rumored um, Smoke Smogan versus Gondre the Giant box set, ends up in print, I think that'll do way better than anything else that could come out. Imagine if the Cardona box set were in print and he showed up at Origins to promote it like he did last year, right? Like he I don't know where he's wrestling that weekend, but if he was available to promote it, I mean, you could imagine a Cardona versus Brian Myers like sealed event, right? Where
Absolutely.
everybody plays one of those two, and Cardona comes in and signs cards again. And like, yeah, I just it's just an odd timing to me.
Correct. And the one thing Ref Dave hits it right, the nail right on the head, is Cardona's going to make money. Like, that's the thing that you associate with Cardona is he loves wrestling, he loves his figures, and he loves Chelsea Green. But what else does he love? He loves making money. No matter if it's making figures, wrestling, whatever he's going to do, he's going to make money. And that's the reason I think this is, a great thing. And, it will eventually play out the way we hope that it does. I really hope so, especially with Myers being on board as well. So, but, we just got to make sure that we get everything we need from this as well.
Yeah, I mean, reprint all the related characters, right? There's other characters in the major wrestling figure podcast world, right?
Right.
Swoggle, the Captain Al shoes are sort of tangential to the world. Reprint them with the major wrestling figure podcast faction logo. Give them a cool faction card, which is a thing we've been talking about forever and never done. Right? Create faction entrance cards or things like that. That would be very cool. And yeah, I mean, see if you can draw any interest on it.
Love it. I think it's a great idea. I mean, and I'm so glad that you wanted to come on here and address this and, really just let them see what your point, because so much can be lost in the way that you read it. You don't know the tone that it's being said. You don't know exactly what is being, portrayed as the way you may interpret it a different way that it's actually being said. But when they can see you, when they can hear you, and they know what do you ultimately care about, the love and the growth of this game.
I do. I'm going to 2 conventions on the same weekend because I want to see if we can get more new players in both spots. That's the whole point.
Right. And that's just the wild part. Like, I'm thinking just making it to Southern Fried, period, right? And I'm like, I know how tired I'm going to be after that. And I'm just like, my gracious, going to Origins and then coming down to Southern Fried, and whew, it wears me out just thinking about it, Brian.
Sounds like a fun weekend to me.
You're right. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's going to be a blast, and especially I can't wait. Any hints as to what you may? Will you be there for the Bell Masquerade?
I will not be. I will be. I will be. So I cut my timing around a few very specific events at Origins and Southern Fried. I'm trying to complete the Grand Slam, which is going to be impossible, but I'm trying. Which means I'm playing in the Friday tag event at Origins and the Saturday tag event at Southern Fried. So I will be flying from Columbus to Atlanta on Saturday very early, right in time to start with whatever crazy stuff happens Saturday morning.
Perfect. Well, I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing you there. Are there any other thoughts, anything before we move on to the tag team match that we got here?
I'm also looking very interested at the Olympics this year. I decided to pass on being a captain, so I am in the draft pool, and I am going to be very interested to see what the captain draft order is, and if someone will end up taking me early. I have no idea. I feel like there's a lot of different opinions about me probably in the community. So
would you or are you or have you completed the survey for the rank of the captains? Have you done that?
I did. I completed my survey earlier today. Jeff McPeak has the results in his grubby little hands, or grubby little spreadsheet, as it were.
So, and I'm excited for that. We've already been in talks with Jeff to have him on once the draft.
Next weekend, I assume, yeah.
So excited to have that. And Ref Day says maybe you need a travel buddy for this trip.
look, buddy, there's a nice, easy flight. It's like an hour and a half down from Columbus to Atlanta. It'll be smooth sailing.
Absolutely. And it's only been positive. I have not seen one, which I mean, we kind of knew this anyways, but I have not seen one negative thing in the comments. I have not seen one thing that's been like, Bob, you're wrong with this take, that this is a terrible thing that you're saying, that we disagree with you, that, oh, you'd be a terrible teammate as well in the Olympics, that nobody should draft you, all these things. It's all been positive and even, consensus #1 draft pick. Unless you talk to Brian Schmidt, he's taking Rumble Apocalypse. But other than that, it would be Brian. The Brain is #1 draft pick. Yes, they have had. No, they haven't had signups for the Olympics yet. It's the 21st. Yes.
Yeah, coming up this week.
Awesome. I think it would be fucking hilarious if Bob was a real big. I agree. Like, what if? Okay, so before you go, I've still got. Yeah. I know that I've told you we would do 15 minutes, but I got to know if you could go to any team, which team would you want to go to? If you could be drafted by any captain, if you called your shot.
Yeah, I put Drew as #1. I mean, look, he has already proven he can do it, right? I mean, and unfortunately, the real beaters aren't going to get to stay together. You and I are of the same opinion on that. I was the one who floated that suggestion, by the way, that the real beaters should be able to stay together and have a penalty in the competitor draft because they stayed together as a team. But since that's not happening. Drew would be very interesting. There's also some captains that'll probably have some really fun teams. I think this is a cool concept because you do get to play with people you don't normally get to interact with, and that's
correct.
Better than faction wars in that way.
Absolutely.
Although I've also been on a faction with like 50 different people, so don't ask Steigerwald or anybody else about that. Yeah,
love it. All right, let's see if I got anything. Drew is also my #1. And I'll go ahead and tell you, I'll say it as well. I'll say it with my chest. I put Drew as my #1 pick as well. He's earned it. He showed last year that he can lead a team to victory. Even with Jeff with gun to his head, he didn't care. He was still he still willed his team to victory. It was a fantastic thing. So, let's see, who will draft Bob? Start the poll. I mean, I don't have 16 slots. We've only got 5 slots for a poll. So it would just have to be a top 5. So any TVA member is who people were saying. So
there's quite a few TVA captains this time, right? On that list.
There really is. And I mean, I was even approached to do it, but I said, my thing is with running big picture premium, of having all Ignite Candy Shop talk when we have pay-per-views. Oh, not to mention Sunday night fights when I'm on Dojo as well. So, I'm quite pretty busy when it comes to doing stuff. And so I appreciated the extension of the invitation to say, hey, you want to be a captain? But there's no way that I could be able to do, justice to make sure that my team got everything that they needed while still trying to run all the things that I do over here.
Yeah, I've got 2 real life work implementations going live this summer, one in July and one in September. So I didn't want to take that on and, be a letdown to the team. So I'll be the cheerleader and the #1 player if you take me. But I'm looking forward to it.
I am too. I think it's going to be great. Well, Bob, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. We appreciate it. I mean, you are more than welcome. I'm not kicking you off. I just, wanted to be respectful of your time. If you want to hang around and do commentary for the Deep South Tag Team title match, you are more than welcome to do so. If you want to dip out, you can do that as well. But the invite is open.
Let's see it. I got to see what Protectors of the Light are bringing to this craziness.
I love it. All right. So let me go ahead and bring out one of your fellow Spiders, my tag team partner. He's the captain. Well, I guess he's still technically the captain of the Real Beaters.
That's true.
You're still going to be the captain. So Olympics winning champion of 2024, the Real Beater.
Until the beat around starts again.
So I have to give credit. I can't remember if it was Swaggy or somebody. Like, I told everybody, it's like, hey man, I'm not gonna fight it. Like, the point of this event for me was to play with new people. Like, I had never played with any of you guys on a team before. I wanted to give that a shot, and I've heard people say like, oh, I would love to be drafted by Drew, and it's like, it made me feel the same kind of way I did the first time we did this. So I was like, I am just going to try and have new play. Like I encouraged him, like, please keep an open mind. It's like you are all champion, but please keep an open mind and
So you're not going to exactly replicate your draft from last year, is what you're
yeah,
saying?
yeah. No, and it would be damn near impossible because I think I have like at least 2 first-round picks with Paul and
Loudmouth will probably not slide to like 15th again or whatever.
No, he got to like 8. I think it was 8. Yeah, but I told them that, and I think it was Swaggy or somebody said it's fine. The real beaters will only engorge from then on.
Oh, jeez.
I was like, oh god, the chat will swell.
Pulsating with the love of the community there.
Just throbbing with each pick. All right.
Okay. Enough of that.
So let's go ahead and bring out the next member. He is going to be our referee tonight. He may be Brain's travel partner when it comes to Southern Fried. He is Ref Dave.
Ref Dave. On the mute, Ref Dave.
Unmute yourself, baby. Oh,
there we go.
There it is. Welcome, baby. What's up?
Thank you. Wonderful words by very smart people before I came on, so I enjoyed that chat. But I was trying to wait to get on live to open this, but it took too long.
Rambo went over 5. I'm sorry.
I did, but it was good. It was good conversation that we need. Yeah, that needs to be heard. So, all right.
Very respectful. This points.
Indeed. Now, we also have one more join us for commentary tonight. Flame Fighter was going to join us, but unfortunately, believe it or not, he actually had to go put out a fire. So, he won't be joining us on commentary tonight.
Hilarious.
I know, right? Like, it was legit. Like, we had it all lined up, and he was like, you won't believe this. I actually have
he gets an actual call.
I was like, it's no problem, baby. So, please welcome your hater of the night, Maddie Bar 1 on commentary. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be on. I know it was a last minute decision. We lost the Flame Fighter, but we got Bob Dunn. Hopefully he stays because it's really great to have him on commentary with me.
Absolutely.
I've been flaming enough people today. We'll be fine. It'll be all good.
It's fine. I flamed the fighter earlier this week anyway.
Tim, that is living the gimmick. That is living the gimmick right there. Respect.
0 kayfabe.
All right, Drew. So I'm going to let you handle it from here. I'm going to go ahead and start setting things up. You tell me who you want to bring out, and we'll start making it happen.
All right, cool. So this is going to be fun because I didn't ask for the introductory material, so I'm just going to be shooting from the hip.
I love it.
Introducing your challengers, coming from they're inside the house. From the Mission Compound, we have Limelight and Titan, the protectors of the light.
It's an honor to be here, guys. This is a match that the first time me and Titan had the Deep South tag belts, this was a match that we wanted. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to have it. But a match against iRoNic it's one of the big tag matches that we've been looking forward to for a long time.
And absolutely. And now that you've mentioned them, let us bring out your reigning Deep South Tag Team Champions. They are the tag team of Rowdy Ron and Nick Nimble. iRoNic.
What's good, gentlemen? Hey, listen, it's a packed house. A lot of talent on the commentary.
I will likely not be sticking around. It's already crowded enough, and I've been at work for 12 hours. I will be watching.
iRoNic is like Penn and Teller, right? The loud one and the quiet one. Is that how that
works? Pretty much.
Well, we kind of
Also, I don't
wish
even know
we
how to
switched
flip my
places.
screen on this, so I give in.
No, we're excited. Like it was a dream to win the tag team Deep South tag belts with my best friend.
Hell yeah!
And I wish I knew.
We've kind of mimicked Titan and Brimelight. Like tag team is our favorite format. We enjoy it, and we didn't want it any other way. When they had the belts, we wanted them, and now that we've got the belts, this is a match that we've been excited to have, and we're ready to put them down. Like with their busted ass competitors, we're gonna put them down.
I love it. Let's go, boys.
A
That's what I'm here for.
father light player talking about busted ass competitors.
Hey,
Please, tell me more.
Listen, I made contact with Steve last
All
night. Come
right.
on, man.
Ref Dave, we're going to turn to you and let you do your thing from here.
Let's start with everybody going to your play area, and then starting with the challengers. If you guys could tell us, why don't we start with you, Brimer? Which competitor you're using, and which entrance, and who you're targeting.
I will be using myself, Brimelight, and I will have the entrance Year of the Witch with Boar Brewington, and my target will be Mr. Rowdy Ron.
Perfect. We don't have to move any screens around. And Titan, that means you're targeting Nick. Which entrance are you using? And you can tell us which spectacles your team will be using.
I'm using the LFF strongest player, Titan, with Iron Sharpens Iron, the entrance. And then we are going to be running Valiant spectacles.
Valiant for the protectors. All right, to our champs. Rowdy Ron, why don't you go ahead and tell us your competitor and your entrance and who you are targeting, sir.
So I'm playing as myself, Rowdy Ron. For entrance, I'm going to use Stanford, my national. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. I'm going to use the LFF Deep South Tag Title belt.
Could you just tell the people at home what that tag title belt does?
All right, so it says when you double team, your rolls are +2. You may bury half of your hand, rounded up, to double the stats on your partner's printed finish or logoed finish until the end of turn. When you successfully make a save, it's +2.
All right. Hopefully, I don't drink too many beers before that comes up. And then, Nick,
I'll send you the text right now.
Go ahead and
it won't help.
Give us your competitor and who you're targeting and which specs you guys are using.
I'm using the entire Bombata. Yeah,
Bombata.
And then Deep South Tag Belt, of course. And then Ronnie, who was you targeting again?
Oh yeah, I'll target Titan.
Okay, then I'm targeting Browntown.
And what specs?
Newman, right, Ronnie?
Yeah.
Yeah, Newman.
All right, we got healed the champs. All right, I love to see 4 actual LFF community members in this match. That's wonderful. Rambo, my 3 favorite words, if you will. Ring the bell.
Got it.
Good luck,
Let's get
Good
it.
luck, gentlemen.
Well, guys.
Oh yeah, and Titan, I got you as the power, and then Brownlight, I got you as the grapple over here.
Perfect. I got a 7 on agility, guys.
All right, I got y'all here. We got 1, we got 2, we got 3.
Commentary team, I think the Deep South, don't they have special tag rules that some people might not know about?
I'm not aware because I'm not. I don't really watch the Deep South too much.
Yeah, the rules of Deep South Tag were established to make teams more interesting, and the rules generally are that you have to play 2 competitors who either have been in the same faction together or have appeared on a printed tornado or trio together.
Interesting. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Shout out
All
Big
right,
Pig
good luck.
Energy. Glad you're here, baby.
All right, good luck, boys.
Good luck, y'all.
Technique is 7.
Strike 6.
Strike 10.
Rambo, I think Titan's muted.
Titan, you're muted. Unmute yourself.
They're sitting across from each other. I
Okay.
believe.
Yeah,
Titan is muted,
Okay.
but we're here together.
Yeah.
So that
All
way,
right,
Okay.
Strike 10 gets it, brother.
Strike 10 gets it.
Ryan time with the first play.
Rowdy Ron, volley of
Yes, sir.
strikes, lead strike.
There we go.
Take strike good.
All right.
Trying aggressive.
Get the predictions for you in just a moment.
Power 8.
Strike 9.
So the
You're
9
strike 9. Strike 9.
Yeah, I got a 7.
Nick, you got a strike?
Yes.
All right, so me and Nick are tagging.
Yeah.
Hold
on a second.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Got 5 uses. You want another?
Yeah, let's use one of them.
All right. I will use my gimmick, make their tag turn a 9, and then they bump with Titan.
Okay.
Strong gimmick.
Grapple 8.
Agility 5.
Grapple 8 gets
That's
it.
You got it.
Turn the double team into a single turn. It's okay.
That's all right. Predictions are live.
Brian Light. Lead sub is my
You got to play against Titan. You bump with him.
Right.
Play on Titan. You
lead
can't play on
sub,
Brad.
the Rowdy Lock. It's not a finish. It's just a lead.
Dangerous suplex.
Okay.
What do you have in your hand?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I get to look at your hand. Sorry, look at your opponent's hand.
All right. Guitar swing, American Dragon leg locks, boss rate boot, and run the ropes.
All right.
Power 7.
Sub 5.
Strike 11.
No, I think 11's going to take that one.
It's pretty good.
Well,
Having higher than 10 in tag is pretty solid idea.
Absolutely.
Rowdy Ron, lead strike, thunderous punch.
It's good.
I have another strike in place, so I search my deck for a strike and put it on top of my shuffled deck.
Yep.
Shows you the caliber of tag team action we have here on Big Picture Premium.
Sub 10.
Do your fire one.
Just wait and get his card.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you're good, baby.
Sub 9.
10s are highest.
Agility 6.
10.
you put the 10.
You can get it. And what was it you put on top?
With the thunderous punch, my fire one across the bow. Follow up
Got
straight.
it. Sounds good.
You already got something. You don't got nothing to play.
I got nothing in play.
Which way you want me to go?
I mean, either way is fine.
All right. We'll go. We'll go towards Brown Tom. Snap punch, lead, strike.
Sure.
Go from
In the
draw.
draw. Hey, I like cards.
Cards are always good.
Grapple 8.
Strike 8.
Sub 5.
Power 6. 8 bump.
Bump.
Bump on 8.
Nick and Titan.
Sub 10.
Strike 8.
Nick, who did you target?
Vic
Brown.
targeted Brimer.
Okay, I think Brimer rolled a
Remember
submission.
rolled sub
Yeah.
on the last turn, yeah.
I did roll sub on this turn, yes.
So before you draw for the turn, Nick, you should get a
You
submission
gimmick.
card.
You'll do your search.
Sorry, I forgot that he targeted me.
It's hard in
You
tag.
targeted
Oh,
him.
yeah.
A lot of bodies.
I think it's
And that's
you did it. I knew the Titan had rolled like a bunch of sub already.
Yeah, that's the first sub that I've rolled this match.
I'm gonna do.
You're a referee. You can
Headlock
think the
punch.
protectors go across and the other guys crisscross. That's how I remember.
We like crossing streams around here.
oh boy.
I added headlock punch to my head from the thing. Gimmick. And then who did I bump with again?
Titan.
Right. All right. So
Land
headlock punch Titan.
That's good.
Leads up.
That's good.
All right. Then you got any submission in your. You don't got nothing. Okay. Agility 5.
Agility 16 or 15.
Key tag.
You guys both tagged. Is the +2 come into play, right?
Yes.
Yes.
There's a 9. I think I rolled a 9.
It's technically +4 because it counts for each of them.
Yes. So I'm going to use my entrance to make their roll a 9. And I'm going to bump with them on my grapple 9.
Okay.
There we go.
Rather than team up, like, okay.
Grapple 8.
Power 8.
Take 7.
They couldn't team up because of the headlock punch.
So me and Nick Nimble.
Yeah.
Sub 10.
Grapple 9. You got it.
Let's do. Still Shitty Showdown, Dead Text, follow-up strike. Well, no, it's not Dead Text, sorry. But I mean, I don't have nothing to discard, so basically.
Yeah, that's fine.
Pick up your invisible card.
Yeah.
I like it. It's good. Power 7.
Sub 9.
Grapple 8.
Sub 9.
Sub 9 gets it.
I think sub 9. Yeah.
9.
Beautiful.
Good. Turns off headlock punch.
Get one of these.
I'm just gonna pass.
Agility.
Sub 10.
Agility 10.
Sub 5.
You rolled sub, Primer?
I did roll sub.
All right.
And then
you,
it's my
go
turn.
search, you go search, Nick, and then we'll figure out who's playing.
Small Fortune.
Okay. So we'll both draw, and then do you want to play or?
Yeah, I mean, I've got stuff to play.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if you.
I don't have a board state yet, so you're good.
Okay.
You put the play?
Yeah. Finish sub, Primer?
Finish sub and primer. Does he have an answer? Oh, he has an answer. Nice. Nice.
It was not the unstoppable finish sub.
Power 11.
Strike.
Power 6.
Nothing to do on pass. Pass. Sub 9.
Tech 9.
Grapple 8.
Tech 7. 9 pump.
Nice bump.
Hold on.
Sub 9.
Ditching. Shoot 'em, catch, scratch. And then power 7.
All right, I take it.
Titan takes it.
Staying with the turn.
Lead sub or lead grapple scoop slam.
Lead grapple, scoop, slam. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I'm on this draw card.
What a strong card we saw that was.
Power 11.
Agility 5.
Agility 6.
Grapple 8.
Kind of gets it.
12 gets it.
Oh, 12. 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
Follow up submission, trap and trash can.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, so I'll draw a card and you can't remove this from play.
Okay.
Power 11.
3
Right.
roll.
6.
Tech 9.
Tag.
Bang.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Nick, follow up.
Hey.
Hey,
Whoa.
Well,
They
they tagged.
They time.
I can use the gimmick.
Yeah. Hey,
I'll make it a 9.
So let me ask this question then, because you make the roll a 9, right? But
Yes.
then at what point did our bonus get added to it?
All are included.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it works.
yes, I got it with the 11.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's all right.
Anybody? No.
Oh, that's nasty. Oh, that's disgusting, if I may borrow one of my close friends' phrases right there.
Choke on the smoke, follow up submission.
Oof.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
All right. So I'm gonna go searching. Finish.
He's got 2 triggers left after the because of Bora.
Yes.
The 27 and the numbers game. The numbers game will go to the discard pile. The finish submission will go on top of deck, and my 27 will go to mine.
I don't know if you can see the die, but I am keeping up with how many triggers I have left.
Yeah,
Once I run out, I will flip my entrance card over so that we'll know what's going.
Trade it.
See it, and I'll remind you anyway.
Beautiful.
Not? Nope. Is that grapple?
Power 11.
Grapple 9.
Grapple 8.
11 gets it. Look at this.
11.
Strong.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I will give you the charging takedown for hand size, and then Nick Nimble finish submission. Other subs in play.
I mean, unless you got something, Ronnie.
Do they have an answer?
Yeah, I do.
Crowd meter 0.
I'm gonna gamble with the 11.
That's the dangerous part about this.
No risk, no reward, as they say.
I can stop it, Nick.
Yeah,
The hand,
up
the
to you.
hand,
Up to you. Whatever you want to do. You know how it goes, but I'm good either way.
backlash with the guitar.
All right.
So we'll finish card takes first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Number 7.
Number 7 is Apocalypse. So I do not get the draw, but I will do the bury now. Okay.
Rowdy Ron stopping the finish sub for his partner. Let's see if the champs can get a roll here.
Agility 10.
Submission 9.
Agility 6.
10 gets it.
Yeah.
Hold on.
And you bump.
10.
We could force the
Nick, what did you roll?
I rolled a 10 as well. I rolled my sub.
We both rolled 10.
They both get a card.
I can still play, Ronnie.
Yeah, go. I mean, I just got the one card. You're good.
Let me discard for hand size. Twist and tangle, and then I will play Prime Time, finish strike, plenty of strikes.
Okay.
There we go.
I do not have a stop.
Oh, baby.
What's the boost?
+2 to strike, +2 to power, and I would take all the submission cards from this card pile and shuffle them in my deck and draw one.
Yeah.
What do you think?
What's up, you? How good do you feel like your hand is?
Let's let it ride.
Okay.
I'm,
Let it
Let
pitch-
it ride.
I'm pitching my hand to double the bonuses.
Oh, baby.
Okay.
That
How many
is
cards
the way
did you
to-
have? One?
What?
Nice.
And I'm shuffling the three
Sounds
styles back in.
What a play by the champs. What a rebound.
I'm on, baby.
It does say just double the stats, right? Not all the bonuses.
It doubles. Hang on, let me read it.
It doubles the stats.
Doubles the stats on your partner's logoed finish.
Okay.
Tech 9.
Take 9?
Take 9.
Take 9. There you go.
Popular rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Power 8.
So
1.
Sub 5.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, that's 2.
Tech 7.
you gain.
Damn. Wow. Wow. Talk about a rebound.
Drew, go ahead.
And your winners and still Deep South Tag Team Champions, even though Rowdy Ron told me 47 times they were gonna fucking lose.
Well, if he said that, then I know we're golden.
Look, the secret to winning is very frequently to scare your cards and dice into doing what they aren't supposed to do.
Listen,
Just ask me how to win a CAC.
Like, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot it straight. Like, I'm sitting here, my hands are shaking because, like, I really, really wanted this match against Titan and Brian Mike. Like, sometimes the dice just don't be there, man. But I would have rather not had it. I would have rather not been anybody else but y'all.
Yeah, I mean, it happens more often than not in our matches. As much as we want them to go long and be a lot of back and forth matches, any match against you and Nick Nimble, either for us or for y'all, one way or another, they unfortunately tend to be short matches.
Gentlemen, if I may, with that being said, I thought, even though it was a short match, unfortunately, I thought it was a very greatly contested contest. I'm not going to lie, when you strung together those turn rolls, Brimer and Titan, and then you busted that 9 from the tag from them, you just felt the momentum shift. Like, it was crazy. Like, it was just like, oh, man, here comes the challengers. And then you hit the finish, and, you know, Ronnie stopped it. And it's like, oh, crap. Like, at this point, you know, they're going to focus him. But can they win these turn rolls? And it's, incredibly swung back towards the champions and just had that, you know, just the stream that just followed just fantastically. Like, I'm very rarely am I at a loss for words, but I enjoyed this match so much in just the short amount of time that it happened. But bravo, kudos to all 4 of you gentlemen in this matchup. It's hard to impress me because I watch a hell of a lot of Super Show, and for this to shake me this quick and just fantastic, very good.
Yeah, it was a great match. I mean, there was no where you're like, oh, I feel bad for this team, I feel bad for that team. No one's getting their asses handed to them. It was nice and even back and forth, which is always great for a nice streamed match.
Correct. And I know, Titan, you're gonna probably beat yourself because you had to stop for it, right?
Yeah, I had to stop, and I had drawing downs in hand.
So it's always like me and Nick will tell you from personal experience. We went to Grand Gathering and we're on an absolute tear, and ran into Matt Nealon, and we had to stop. We didn't stop it and lost on crowd meter 0-10. So I mean, it happens.
The way it happens like that sometimes.
I will never, like Nick will tell you, I will never again let a crowd meter 0 finish hit. Like I if I have a stop, I will toss my hand. I don't care.
As he showed in the match.
So, I love you boys. It's a pleasure to be able to get this match. Like, and those competitors, man. Let me tell you, I was terrified to see those finishes. And if y'all would have had the belts, I would have I never
I wouldn't even, yeah.
Double bonuses?
When I won the early turn rolls and I had the setup in my hand that I wanted, especially after you buried your hand with me. I mean, I had fire one across the bow to go get my finished strike, which was the game plan for me.
When you played the second lead, I had to see one stop one. It was like, I'm going to wait and see what he goes and fetches. And then when you fetched it, I was like, all right, cool, I can stop it. And then it was like, oh, crap, I got to bury this. So fire one's going to be good if they throw it. But no, I'm just excited that we finally got to play the match.
Absolutely.
And I see this guy in the comments. I see him talking.
Please, by all means. That was going to be my next question to you real quick, champ. Rowdy Ron doesn't want the match against the Mop Boys. Go ahead.
Probably the best tag team match me and Nick have ever played. It went to crowd meter 6. And they took us, but that's what actually led to the picture of the Mop Twist Clutch. Because Nick had to take a picture instead of helping his partner out. But no, listen, we welcome all the challenges, and I know Drew's got a line of tag teams that he wants us to play. Unfortunately, this guy above me is going to Origins, and then I'm going to Southern Pride. So
there won't be a Deep South tag defense at Southern Pride because yet again Nick Nimble was convinced by a fucking tri-stater to do something stupid, just like the Grand Battle.
He went there. Whoa!
direct flight from Columbus to Atlanta on Saturday morning. Okay, that's all I can say about the matter.
Yeah, well, he's actually working Origin, so
Yeah, he's actually being paid, so I will say like, yeah, it is a little different.
but no, like we welcome the next challengers and ooh.
Throw it out there. Speaking of next challengers, I know a couple guys. If you want to do belt versus belt, region versus region on the line, I know I could probably convince a team to do that.
I mean, half the tri-state tag champs are here, so.
Hey.
Well, I'm not talking about the tri-state. I'm talking about
the Deep South is where it's at.
There's a whole bunch of damn regional tag champs in here. What the hell? I just realized that. Get off my damn stream. Bunch of damn posers. Poachers over here.
I can't win a goddamn tag belt to save my life.
Me neither, Bob. Don't worry.
I just know a guy. It's not me. I just know a guy.
We briefly talked about it in the comments. Like, we make that run.
The irony of me winning a tri-state tag belt is hilarious because I went 0-3 for my last 3 title shots, and then I win a regional belt, which I don't even care about.
Hey, listen, that's how it goes, right? I win a bunch of fucking things with Mimic, and then I trying to get like a stat boosting belt, and then I get the fucking Underworld belt, which doesn't help at all.
Ooh, Robin Piglet? No.
I will say that.
There you go.
Piglet is back, baby. He's trying to get in every fucking title picture.
You know what? I will say, I think Drew knows this too. I've been asking a lot about Piglet and Johnny Korea. I miss having them around. They're always great energy, great people to talk to. So it's nice seeing Piglet back. Hopefully we get Johnny back and get the energy back in the game.
Yeah, I was fishing for partners for Deep South Tag at Southern Pride, man. But I have a feeling your beloved is going to be there, and I have a feeling it's going to be tough to break up the Mop Boys on Tag weekend.
Bob, I told you, I'm available.
You looking? I might tag with your partner in Origins and you at Southern Pride.
Hey,
wasn't that
you know how funny that would be?
That's
amazing. I want that to happen now. As a matter of fact,
I think my trader faction leader is tagging with Nick at Origins.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
Bob Dunn beat a middle of that London Bridge.
Oh God!
Woo! Before we get out of here, Drew, do you have the next challengers for Bob Ronick?
Bob Ronick is hilarious.
That also sounds like an invention from Ron Popeil.
I have a tag team in mind. I am desperately looking for tag teams outside of the TVA and ACCW. Because I really, really don't want this to just turn into a fucking Atlanta, Georgia circle jerk. I have asked Slamilton, Kirk, fucking, it's like, give me somebody from Kentucky, and Florida is in flux, so I'm like, shit, Florida. It's like, I am desperately looking for some other regional tag teams.
I think like Todd's the only person in Kentucky that has decent internet.
Oh no, trust me, I know Harvey Luster. I saw enough fucking grapples. I know he has decent internet. If I do not get an answer for a tag team outside of those 2 states, it will be Aegis and Augury.
Oh, yes. Bring me Joel. Bring that ass right here.
Yes, I know they had a good run as tag team champions at ACCW, and it's like the only reason I do not want to immediately pin them is because I am hesitant to do ACCW back to back, right?
Sure.
So that's the only reason, because I do not want to just, even though you are the most populous locals, I do not want to do back to back to back to back if I can avoid it.
Yeah. Also, like, probably greater than 50% of the tag teams in the Deep South are from Atlanta.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
I mean, shit. Yeah. I mean, there's like one from Kentucky, one from North Carolina, 3 from Alabama. The rest are from Georgia. Piglet says, "Oh, baby, that's interesting."
Look, Piglet and I have a long history here. I'm willing to take on the champs.
Hey, listen, you bring me Piglet. He knows I got his number. Now, the problem, though, is this guy right here is in their back pocket. So,
I mean, I just take a picture after.
At least one of their pockets.
They'll just take a picture of you after the loss.
that's right.
I love it. Yes, baby.
Yeah. I'll give it a thought because it would be technically a half Florida, half Georgia team. The Florida Georgia line.
Big print.
There you go, Drew.
Piglet out here doxing himself and
PCB.
Piglet, you okay? Lucky, it might swat you later.
Oh God.
The Florida address for the Florida team.
I'll do some thinking on it. It would be next month.
Oh, there you go. So before we get out, wait. I wanted to do this as well. So we heard from Bob earlier. We heard from me earlier. Anybody that's in the Olympics that would like to share who you think would be the #1 captain, what would you say? No pressure with Drew being here.
So I already said it in the discussion group.
Okay.
John P is my #1. Drew's my #2. And Candyman Dan is #3.
Boo, John P. Boo.
Look, I'm not nothing against Drew. I understand. I know I like Drew a lot. I'm nothing against him, but I also had a lot of experience with John P. Even though he wouldn't add me to his new Just Business, and maybe that's why they got that round 1 exit.
He rat fucked you out of Impact. Say it.
He asked who? Fasan and McPeak, and guess where he goes? Absolutely nowhere.
Well, we ain't gonna make fun of the TVA phenom. You can make fun of McPeak all you want, but we ain't gonna make fun of the TVA phenom.
I will say I do plan on joining the Olympics this year. I did not join in last year. I was just very busy when it was going on. Wasn't sure if I was going to have the time to dedicate to it. So I do plan to do it this year. And I would say my top 3 coaches in any particular order is Drew, Candyman Dan, and one that I think a lot of doesn't get enough credit is Zach Ashley.
Oh, baby. Sell us. I love it.
He'll be so happy to hear that.
I'm very much looking forward
don't
to
think
the
that
Zach
his
team.
mind for the game gets enough credit. He
did all the fucking work for paint last year. He did all the work for paint.
Yeah, but on draft day, will he be too high? Not high enough, or
you realize Chuck is in this draft too, right?
Oh no, believe me, I'm aware. The whole draft board is going to be covered with.
You got Cheetah in this draft. You don't have to worry about missing
anything. Sean Loeb is in this draft. Yeah,
as for me, I unfortunately will not be in the Olympics this year, which is good because then I won't get drafted by Hold the Line Harry for the world's saltiest team.
Whoa! First
heel team 6.
But look it again. I had the unfortunate pleasure of being on a team with Eddie Fury twice. I know why. I deserved it. All the shit I caused, but still felt a little unfair. Listen to a puttering old man still think he's good, like it's Hogan, just with bigger boobs.
Can I say this? Do we think we're going to get 80 players?
I'm joining the Olympics. I don't care who drafts me. I didn't do a fucking survey. I don't give a fuck. But I'll be on somebody's team.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
All right.
I mean, just to draw dimes, and because I'll say it with my chest, I don't give a shit. Drew already knows, and I'll tell my 1 to 16 right here live, and I don't even give a shit. What would y'all like me to start with? 16 or 1?
You gotta go top to bottom. 16 is way more
we already
controversial.
know his #1 is Brian Schmidt.
No, absolutely not. No. My number one is Drew. He proved it last year. Real beater.
Winning helps a
champion.
lot if you haven't guessed by these rankings.
It's proven he can do it. He can pull a team together, pull them keyword, and make it work, right? Number two, Trey. These are my two people that helped me with my deck tech more than anybody else.
I had Trey at 4.
I have
so much we have a show.
Right. I'm like, hey, why don't we just do this whole show about what we're talking about? So number 3, I have Zach.
Interesting.
For 4, because I thought this would be really fun. This is basically like, I'm going off of vibes with this, that I really am like, this would be, I feel fun. And especially, like I said, the real beaters last year, like, that's all. I mean, hell, that's all anybody talks about. So why wouldn't you want to be a part of that? But number 4, I have Matt Pineapple.
Nice.
Slick, underrated.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Top guy. Let's see. We're at number 5. Yes. I have Sean. Definitely going Loeb here at number 5. And I still feel like he's almost too low, but I'm just like, that's as high as I can get you, baby. 6 is Chuck. I don't know why. I just felt I was like, this is just it, right? Like, he's got to go here.
Honestly, you guys know him better than me. How is Chuck going to run a fucking Olympics team? How is that going to happen?
I swear to God, I recommended a bunch of my guys for captains to John P. And I was like Zach and Trey immediately, like, they're fine, solid. If you can fucking get Chuck to not play Hearthstone for like a couple hours, I think he can do it. But that's all the confidence I was saying it with.
This is actually true. PK's right on the money. He's not. Trey's going to run 2.
The deck submission will be running around at the last day, like at 11 p.m. Like, wait, which time zone do we have to submit it by midnight on?
Oh my God, it's so true.
I will say, Trey as a captain, I like Trey. Drew knows Trey and I usually build the same exact competitors at the same time without knowing of each other.
It's fucking hilarious. He hates it. He hates it because he always thinks that he's got the new inside thing. And I was like, oh yeah, Barone played that last week.
And like, I remember a while ago, like I defended the 23-7 championship against Trey, and I'm not say he played poorly. Now he played really well, but to see how much he elevated his game since then is amazing to me. I'm super proud of him. Seeing how far he's gotten in this game since that short amount of time.
That's true.
And how much his confidence just went up too.
Oh yeah, believe me. Yeah, he got the confidence.
That boy good. Let's see, 7. Yes, Mr. Brian, wait for it, Schmidt coming in at lucky number 7, baby. Go ahead and take your boy 1-1.
That's too high.
Oh.
You know what? I have to agree. I love Ryan. He's a good guy. I'm going off who I think would make a good coach and not who I want on my team. And
see, I'm going with now. Do I think he can do? Absolutely, I think he can do a great job. And
Schmidt gives a shit.
Do what?
I said Schmidt gives a shit. Like, that is very important.
Correct. That he wants to win, and I think he is going to do everything he can to walk away with this championship. Especially, I mean, we got to give the boy a credit where credit's due. We dumped on him a lot, but he went undefeated in Faction Wars.
Does that mean on Tuesday morning you will be submitting your qualifications to Mr. Schmidt to draft you, Rambo? Because that's what he asked for today.
He's already said 1-1. Nobody's taking Rambo Apocalypse besides him. I will be the first pick if he has 1.
There you go.
So, other than that, where are we? Number 8. I have McPeak at number 8 because I think he has something out to prove. I think he's going to come out for blood because he was pissed about the team he was on last year. So I feel he's going to do everything in his power possible to try to lead a team to success, to outshine the failure that he felt was last year.
I gotta agree with you there. I think McPeak flies under the radar a lot. How good of players and how much he knows his game. And people say he say a lot, but he's been upping it a lot lately.
Hey, come on now.
Possum King, easiest 16 he ever gave. I have a great plan. You want to win and have fun? Come talk to me. That's true. He's got all these 16s.
Kang's list is like me 1 and then like everybody else fucking 16. It's the opposite of Loudmouth's team last year where it was just a Pagillo at 16 and nobody else.
Mm-hmm. Now here's where it's about to get really fun, right? Now we have to see who falls where. And coming up 9th is Candyman Dan for obvious reasons. Like, brilliant mind. Like, enough said with him. Now, number 10. A little hiss, if you will. Hiss, Drew. Hiss. Give me Press 1P that he just barely broke the top 10 for Rambo Apocalypse. I know that's going to be controversial, that some people will probably have him a lot higher. So if anybody would like to share your thoughts, by all means. Or if you agree with me or you say, no, he should be 16. Go off, King.
Even more of a self-mark than he was this year. Now he's actually fucking running it and being the coach.
Sure, he'll get that number 1 draft pick.
I didn't know how he's randomizing and coming up with all this shit.
What was that lottery scam a few years ago? The guy they weighted the balls. There we go.
Look, if it works for the Denver Nuggets, surely it can work for Press 1P.
Yeah.
Press 1P coaching, just play Lariats, man.
Dallas Mavericks.
Winning is winning.
Mavs, yeah.
Yes, the Dallas. I knew what you meant. It was
We
processing.
all
I was like, wait, they're in the final or in the.
We all knew. Move along.
All right, here we go. We got 11. We have young boy Brock at 11.
What a
Ref
dick.
Dave.
Fuck Brock Smith.
I think Brock is gonna draft like he might draft heel team 6 this year. I mean, he might just draft all the hate.
Slick. Yeah.
It would be hilarious, and I 100% concede to it. All right, 12. I have.
Apologize to everyone right now if you get drafted by Brock Smith. That's just my apology to you that you have to spend time with him.
It can't be any worse than being on a team with Eddie Fury. I know for experience twice. It's a penance I'll never forget.
All right. What do we got here? Number 12, right?
Yeah.
Cannoli is number 12.
He cares for sure.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
He'll be organized.
Let's see. Okay, now it's about to get really good. 13. I have Cheetah.
Too high.
God. What fucking engagement farm will he do this time?
Cheetah is only drafting people whose names start with the same letter as his favorite animals. That will be Cheetah's draft plan for this year.
What the fuck? Thank God I'm not in the draft. I don't know. No, he doesn't like dogs. Thank God.
Mm-hmm. All right. 14. I have Colin Simon.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think Colin's great. He whips ass when we play him in tag matches, Drew. It is an absolute ass whooping. He knows how to throw cards, and, that's just where it fell.
I can't knock you for how you feel on your personal experience, like, I guess, how you play with him. I think that's a little low for him. But, again, this is all our opinions and how we know the people.
Right? Like I said, I'm going to say it with my chest. I don't give a shit. I'll tell you 15. It's Harvey Luster.
I just 15.
I just don't really feel the vibe would be there if I was on the last two teams. Not saying if they took me, let's say argument's sake, okay, they're like, we heard what you had to say. We heard you say Harvey's 15 and hold the line Harry is 16. If I get 1-1, I'm drafting you. And I'll tell you this, if Harry drafts me 1-1 and I put him 16, I will give him everything I have to make that team successful. Just because I say you're there, you take me, you don't have to worry, am I going to be a salty bitch about this and be like, oh, I want to be Eli Manning and not go to this team, so I'm going to request a trade. No, like, you take me, even though I've said my shit, and I'm still going to give you everything I got,
No,
plain and simple.
The difference between us is if I get, I will pull Eli Manning, and so I can actually be on a winning team.
Well, I think the most important thing we have to remember here is people are volunteering their time. So I respect all the captains. I think it's a volunteer job. It's not an easy job. It's especially not easy if you get people on your team who you don't necessarily align with, but give it a chance.
Correct.
Play it out. Try to enjoy it. It's a summertime activity. There's only one team that wins the whole thing anyway.
That's right.
And then becomes faction of the year somehow.
Listen.
All
right. All right. So, the past 2 days, seeing that what the fuck the power the real beaters have over everything, he was right. He was right. People were afraid to vote against us for fear of. I don't know, retaliate. What the fuck can I do? But just for fear of pissing us off, which I don't understand. What is Jeff Delisle going to do? Kill himself in Super Show even harder?
God.
Definitely
unalive.
Definitely playing an unstoppable submission every time.
God, Jeff, why? Why do we do this?
Every fucking time. The fact he did it twice just pissed me off.
That's what upset me the most. I'm sitting there watching it on commentary, and I'm just like, Jeff, no, don't do it. Unstoppable finish? Well, we're going to go ahead, stop that, throw in the towel, I win. GG. Real beater.
Don't draft a fucking unstoppable finish for him. God.
Please.
I mean, the player and competitor drafts. Okay, so the player draft is one thing. The competitor drafts, I think, are going to be way different than last year. I think what people go after is going to be all over the place this year.
Do you think Loudmouth gets donation again?
It's different because he's an underworld now.
Okay.
Because that is a much bigger sell given the power level of, because there are stat boosters in Underworld that have more than just 9 to a 10.
Right.
But however, if he does get donation, it is the fucking Billy Madison. You're all in big trouble.
Yep.
Correct. And I mean, let's be honest. In anybody else's hands, it's an Underworld competitor. In John Matchner's hands, that shit is world. That is world tier in his hands.
He had the highest winning percentage of any player not on Crime Wave in Faction Wars.
Mm-hmm.
He went out in the semifinals.
Yeah.
He fucking, and it's like in real beaters, he would just like wake up at 10 o'clock in the morning, win a match, let us know, and just be off on his day. It is insane.
He had the highest total points, right? Or average points per round or something.
Maybe
I had the highest winning percentage.
Competitors last year were done over time in a chat, just in a snake draft.
But you had to draft one from each division, and some divisions were combined. So one world, one underworld, and then I think they combined intergalactic and global or something, and then US and.
No, US was by itself, and it was like old school and
old school and some and
like no old school competitors got drafted. I think it was like global and old school, and no old school.
Globals are way better than old school if you mix those two. Unfortunately,
yeah. There's a couple now, like with Maul.
It's getting closer. Yeah, it's probably getting closer. There's a couple of people who really like.
It was US and Triad,
not the Titan. Those.
Well, no, US and Triad were separate because we had donation in US and Triad. I was Mimic.
They're talking about like the global and world or the divisions.
Yeah, it was intergalactic and hardcore. I do remember that. Edo couldn't beat 5th-round picks with a World Comp. That's right. Even pre or post electrocution, isn't that right, Piglet? Hearing the inside stories from the Grump camp from Piglet is just one of my favorite times.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, Triad was a division of itself. Yeah. And hello to Mr. Pollywood. We're glad that you joined us.
But yeah, if you're on the fence for Olympics, it's a fun time. Play over the summer. I think it's a fun thing to do, especially like, listen, they have guaranteed full randomness again, so let's go for it.
I think my favorite thing about the Olympics is, again, the randomness of your team. And
we had 100 people on Twitch watching the draft last year.
We sure did. Crazy.
I was at work.
Yeah.
Well, what a night we've had. I've enjoyed it. Thank you all so much. An impromptu candy shop talk. Absolutely fantastic. Before we get out of here, anybody got anything to promote upcoming to this audience?
I got nothing to promote, but I would like the members of the mission to pass a message on to the Griff of where's my goddamn father light that I've been waiting for almost 2 months now.
Ooh, he's right. He did do some public outreach Super Show train.
The week after, I told Steve. Steve told me to email Griff. I emailed Griff. He told me to fill out a form. I did that. Got nothing. Asked Dancy to reach out. He said he'll send it out. Still nothing.
Well, looks like you need to talk to Griff.
Listen,
have fun with that.
Yeah, have fun.
He's the protector of the light, not protector of the father light. Like, what the hell are we doing here?
I'll just send a telegraph because that's probably get to him faster anyway. Have the same effect.
Maybe you should package it with the Super Lucha delivery from China. I'm sure I'll be here any minute now.
Jesus Christ. And on that bombshell, it's time to end.
Oh my goodness.
Ron Rumble, if you have the money
you missed
for me to
that.
fly
That was
down
the
there.
beginning.
Oh yeah,
that was the beginning.
You missed the whole beginning.
Yes.
Got something to promote.
Go, baby.
Ref Dave has been promoted, if you didn't watch last week, to creative on an independent wrestling company. I have full creative control to run my own show. If you have something you want to hear about in an independent wrestling show that I will bring to YouTube, I'm going to bring it out and do things. You got name ideas? You're like, wrestling shows should do this? Reach out to me. I am in full-on creative mode to make this work. A lot of people that play Super Show are wrestling fans. I want to hear what you want to see on a wrestling show.
Get Titan booked in Ohio.
Hey, Michigan, though. You got to come up to Michigan. It's your book. It's your book for sure. Come see. And if you're in Michigan, Sunday in Kalamazoo, come out to IPW. I'll be reffing. Always, as always, support your local indie wrestling promotions.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
And with that, we are going to go raiding. Let's see who we can go raid. What a great one. How about the Mad Custodian?
I was going to say, Mad Custodian's playing tonight. What's going on?
Right? We got to go see Mad Custodian. So we'll start that raid. We will be heading that way momentarily. Thank you all so much for joining us here tonight. Bob, thank you for coming on and sharing your thoughts. Appreciate that.
Happy to be here.
Drew, thank you for letting us book this Tag Team Deep South Championship on Big Picture Premium. Champions, challengers, thank you so much for being here. And Ref Dave, thank you. Matty Bar One, thank you. It's been a pleasure being here tonight. So we will see you. Actually, I won't see you on Sunday Night Fights this week. I am going with Mrs. Apocalypse to a board comedy teachers tour, and we're excited to go see that. So I will be back. I am excited for it. So we'll see you in 2 weeks on Candy Shot Talk on May 30th. So I'm not sure what we'll be doing during virtual grand gathering. I can confirm. Well, I can confirm. Never say never, right? Obviously, but right now, tentatively, we do not have planned a candy shop or anything like that. But we'll probably be around some.
And congrats to GM Calais. The Knicks are kicking the shit out of the Celtics.
Wonderful. You love to see it. GM Calais, I can't wait to see you again. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. Thank you all again. And I don't like to say, can I get a, because that's kind of lame. So we'll just say we will see you next time here on Big Picture Premium. Thank you again for joining us.
Yeah, guys. See ya.
We appreciate you.
Bye,
And
fella.
we will